opened in 2020 and immediately one of the main attractions here on the Las Vegas Strip. Welcome, everyone, to Allegiant Stadium. Today, our draw features two from the AFC between the Tennessee Titans and the Las Vegas Raiders.
Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
Daniel Carlson ready to get us started. And we're off and running in Las Vegas. Here's Robinson with the return. And this drive will start inside the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Offense out now to get us started. It's first and 10.
Ready?
Here's Derrick Henry getting him on the ground. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line.
Their struggles this season, Brock, I think, I'm not saying you think, but I think you can put a good chunk of them on this right here. It's tough to win most of your games when you're operating shorthanded.
Well, you can do whatever you want to do, but their fans, they do not want to hear it. They want that next man to step up, and unfortunately, it's just not happening. Listen, injuries mount in this league. We know that watching this game every single season. And it's those teams that get better, that adapt, that overcome, that improvise. They're the ones who win through those injuries, and those others that don't, well, we see seasons like this one right here.
It's a gain of 5, and he's just short. So that's third, less than a yard. Running once more with Henry. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
You want to drain some of the excitement, some of the noise from a home stadium? That's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
At the 43-yard line.
First and 10 from the 43.
Let's go.
Ward off the play fake. Pass brought in by Parker Washington. This is going to be down to, looks like about the opposing 36 for their next snap. So 20 yards on that play. And the Titans have a first.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
They've got first down here from the 36.
Come on, go!
It's Henry on the counter. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's second and 6. Another run for Henry. And second down only works out for a yard.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
18 Cardinal, 18. Ready.
Ward now on third down. Has him on the quick hitter. And this is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with first and goal.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball in your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield. It's a good play.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Titans finish up an excellent opening series. Tony Pollard with the touchdown. So a very run-heavy approach to this one thus far. Hard to argue with the results as they start out with a touchdown, Brock.
Yep, even in a passing league, Kate, it's how a lot of teams like to start, right? Everybody loves to think of winning the line of scrimmage. Why? It sets up play action. It makes your protections a little bit easier. Win the line of scrimmage in this league, you have to win the game.
Joey Slide to kick off for Tennessee.
All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. To return, here's Raheem Mostert. He's going well so far. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10.
Go! 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. Ready? Hut. Go!
First give of the game here to Raheem Mostert. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. They go play action. It's O'Connell. Trey Tucker makes the play. And he hits that enemy 25-yard line before he is sent out. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And that's a Vegas first down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Sets him up nice and pretty at the 25 following that big play.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Let's go.
Here's a give inside to Mostert. Giving 5 on that play as he gets him inside the red zone.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 19, hey, check that. Ready?
They'll go again with Mostert. And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. Give him 5 on the play, and the Raiders are going to have a first down.
This dude was just not going to be stopped, not by the first defender, heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
Now first run of the game is Amir White. And second down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
All right, a couple yards to make up, Brock. Time to rediscover the magic on this drive. Here's 2nd and 12. Working out of the gun, it's O'Connell. Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. It's going to be something to watch as this game goes on, Brock. We know they like to take their shots throughout.
Yeah, and we know this league today, Kate, loves to play that umbrella coverage, right? Try to keep everything in front of them.
Yep.
The only way you're going to get behind them is to take shots like that one.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Here he goes, third and long. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that brings up fourth and long. Daniel Carlson out to try this Raiders field goal. It's from the left hash, 33 yards. Carlson's kick is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
They were able to answer a score with a score, maybe not to tie the game, but to certainly turn some of the momentum.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Okay, ready?
Titans to the line now. First and 10.
19 Charger. Now, let's go.
The drive begins with Henry. And that carry only gets one on the plunge up the gut.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down.
Let's go now.
Out of the shotgun, it's Ward. Short pass brought in. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Tennessee first down.
When Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
First and 10, it's Pollard. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Tracked down by Robert Spillane.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Last run got him 3. Here's second and 7.
Ready? Look at 19. 65. Go.
From the gun, a run for Henry. And that's good for a few. It brings up third down.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
Here we go. Set. Ready, right?
Shotgun snap now to Ward. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And 4th and 4 coming up. Well, he connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series. He's the one driving it.
So it looks like they're going to line up and go for this. 4th and 4.
Back. Back all 80. Gravity Lions. Undercut.
They're going for this. It is cut left side. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. They went for it, got the 4 yards they needed, and keeps this drive alive.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
Great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
All set to go now from the 35.
Go. 19 target.
First down, and they go right back to it. One good for a gain of 4 with 2nd down.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Four yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6.
Get it. Panther 60. Panther 60.
Off the play fake. Here's Ward. Defender's there, and he forces the incompletion. Good play to bring about this 3rd down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down.
70.
They'll throw. 3rd and long. That's Cox. He's got Washington. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. They gain 11 on that play. And the Titans have it first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
Come on. Set. Hawk 70. Hawk.
They give to Henry on the inside handoff. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
Let's go now.
Trying down the middle with Henry. They take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans get 6 more on their early advantage. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Well, Brock, you found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
You got that right, Kate. Just that speed. You got to have some different gear when you get down here to the red zone. It's hard to score rushing touchdowns, and that running back sees the open space, he sees the green grass, and he finishes it off for 6.
Sly gets the extra point to go, and the Titans drive their lead to 11.
14. Raiders 3. Joey Slide to kick off for Tennessee.
All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. Mostert on the return. And that that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Offense showing trips outright as they get set for this first and 10. Here's O'Connell. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
After the incompletion, second and 10 from the 22. Here's O'Connell to the air. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And they come through the sack to bring around third down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Titans in the dime. Third down. 6 DBs out there. Third and long for him here. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
An early deficit means you lose the runway to slowly get your offense up to speed. This offense got to get going. That incompletion won't help.
Now the Raiders readying for the punt, and they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. Looking to return from the 29. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it. First and 10.
Let's go. Go.
Henry gets it here to start the drive. Makes the tackle. And finally, they're able to bring him to the ground. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up second and 1.
That run may not have gotten you a first. Sure, a nice little run to set the table.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on second down.
Here we go. Ready.
They run it with King Henry. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
On the ready.
First and 10 from the 32.
Punching 18. Ready. Ready.
A give to Henry. He's going to get inside the defense's 30 here. Looks to be a gain of about 6 on the play.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Ready. Cougar 19.
From the gun, it's Ward. That's intercepted near the sideline. Picked off by Darian Porter. Well, we both saw what he was doing, Brock. Trying to work the sideline there, but I don't think he ever saw the corner sitting back and just waiting to break on that throw.
And that's what the good ones do. They use the sideline to their advantage. It really becomes the 12th defender on the field. The elite corners in this league, they'll play to it. They'll bait those quarterbacks to making that throw, and then they'll close fast and take that ball away.
Now we get timeout taken by the Titans. That's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Raiders just about ready for this one. It's 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run from Mostert. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
In truth, Kate, kind of felt like he was lucky to get what he got right there. The pressure from this defense to go get that safety, it was on. And that same pressure, well, they're not going to back down here on 2nd down as well.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. O'Connell to throw it. Connects on the crosser. Gain of about 8 here. Nice pickup, but he stopped a second before he can move those chains.
That's just discipline with a capital D. The play in the huddle is a running back screen, but it takes discipline for that offensive line to not get downfield. Discipline for that receiver to stay alert, stay aware that he's a viable option as well.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches.
Let's go now.
From the gun, O'Connell. Gets everything he has under this one. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
On their own side, but only need an inch or 2 here, so they're going for it.
No. 60 Eagle. Go.
I love this. Tight end getting a run. The defense seizing the opportunity. Great stop. They've got a turnover on downs, and they get their guys the ball in plus territory.
Those defenders, it might be a while before they get another chance like that again. What an incredible opportunity to hand their offense field position inside the red zone, while yet getting another shot of momentum themselves.
Tennessee to the line. 1st and 10.
Cowboy 80.
Handoff headed right to Henry. And he's brought down as the drive starts out with a 4-yard gain.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Set. Let go.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. He brings it in. And he's down very close to that first, but looks like he is stopped just in time after a gain of 4.
It's on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They will not get another play off. We're at the end of 1. The Titans are leading so far. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. Ready to go with our 2nd quarter. Titans with the ball and a chance to score. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they paid the price over and over and over again.
That one right down the middle. And the Titans push their lead to 18.
Joey Slide to kick off for Tennessee.
All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. Mostert on the return. Good work so far. He's got room. Oh, he gets popped at the end of that one. What a painful end to what was a really solid run back. Good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Off the play action, O'Connell. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now they face 2nd down. Another look for him, Brock, and hey, why not with the way he's playing so far? But this time, just couldn't hang on.
I think you'll see coordinators at times, Kate, get away from something that's working. I like that they go back to him. Make them defend him and stop him. They did that time. My hunch is they'll look for that receiver again today.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Set. Hawk 70, Hawk 7.
3rd and long, they're going to throw. Here comes the pressure, and he's going to be dropped by the Titans. And they come up big on 3rd down there with the set.
Desperation's a tricky thing, Kate. You love defenses when they're desperate and they're just playing on edge. But offensively, you're in a hole like this, the worst thing you could do is get desperate in a sack. Oh, it only adds further insult to injury.
4th and forever coming up.
Here we go. Cougar 19.
Score on these guys.
They'll go, O'Connell. He's throwing deep to the left side. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty and off the field they go.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Titans to the line now. 1st and 10.
Ready.
Here's a give for Henry. Trucks a defender. Touchdown, Tennessee! The Titans keep their drive alive and reach pay dirt 1 play later. Derrick Henry, the touchdown.
Kate, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they could take it to the house.
Here's
Joey
Sly to try the point
lining up
after.
for the point after.
Right down the middle. It's good. And the Titans continue piling on to this lead.
Raiders 3. Joey Sly to kick off for Tennessee.
All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. Mostert on the return. And that's going to set them up just
The
beyond their own
Raiders take
20.
over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Okay,
The
ready?
Las Vegas offense is set. First and 10.
Here we go, set. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ricky. You know what it is. Take it to the house. Check go.
Drive starts with a carry by White. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Taken down by Sebastian Joseph Day.
This offense now left some ground to make up a little bit here on second down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's second and 7.
Ready, ready. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Check. Ready, ready.
Here's White again. He's going to be just one step away from that first down. They haul him down to the 31.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Third and a lone yard coming up.
Let's go. Nike, 18. Go.
O'Connell here from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And it's 4th and short. We'll see if they go for it.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
Going for it on their own side, Brock. Okay, bold call, but they only need a yard. On 4th down, O'Connell. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. So they come through with 6, and they're rewarded for going for it on 4th down.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
19.
Throwing now on 1st down, O'Connell. Hauled in, again it's Bowers. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield, 1st and 10.
Go. 70 Timberwolves. Ready.
Another throw for O'Connell. Can't connect on the short throw. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So that brings up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10.
Shut up. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
O'Connell. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down.
Set. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Stay at home, stay at home. Stay at home, stay at home.
They'll air it out on third. And they're going to get just inside that red zone on the big play down to the 19. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives them a first down.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
Working inside the red zone. Catch is made in close. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have first and goal.
I don't care how good a secondary you are, how loaded you are with talent, when you've got time to allow a receiver to work from one side of the field all the way to the other versus zone coverage, well, you're going to make a defense pay.
Breaking the huddle, here's first and goal.
Come on, come on. Set. Bronco, watch the bullet. Ready, ready.
Mostert runs it in for the Las Vegas touchdown. The Raiders fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. Raheem Mostert, the touchdown. Nice execution to get that counter to the end zone. Maybe not the play we expected, Brock, but the play that they needed right there.
I love a well-executed counter. I really do. It's like a good boxer, Kate. You set him up with a feint one way, and then you hit him with the knockout the other. Keep them from answering the bell, stopping you from reaching that end zone.
So O'Connell brings his guys to the line for this two-point conversion.
The Raiders will line up for the two-point conversion.
They're going to throw for it. Nothing doing on that two-point opportunity. A fail on the conversion.
I've heard great receiver coaches say, watch your fingers wrap around the ball. You know, it's pretty clear he should have had that one, and he didn't get the job done. And 2 points, well, they're left on the table.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Turpin with a return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Tennessee to the line. First and 10.
Here we go, set.
Here's the backup. First throw. Has it downfield, working the left. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Just a yard left to go on second down. Trying the inside handoff to Connor. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now the call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
So first down from the 41.
Let's go.
Right back to Pollard. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought for that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now.
Ready? Cougar 19.
On the draw, the gift to Pollard. And he takes it ahead for about 4 yards. It's third down.
This is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Third down, Raiders going with some dime coverage here.
Ready? 19, 18.
Throw here, third down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's good for a Tennessee first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
Up the middle, here goes Pollard. He dodged the tackle. And he's going to have this one down to the 28. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Titans have a first.
Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
They'll run here with Tajay Spears. And he's taken down with a short gain to the 25. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up second and 7.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late. And this could have been much, much more exciting.
And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Landon Roberts coming over for the hit.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Third down. Here's Spears. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a third and short stop.
All right, they made the red zone, and it's touchdown or bust, it seems. They're lining up to go for this. Fourth down, they're going to throw for it. Got TK, complete. And that is a Tennessee touchdown. The Titans ballooning the first half lead even further. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They're just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
Here's Slide to try the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Titans grow their lead yet again.
Raiders 9. Joey Slide to kick off for Tennessee.
All set for the kickoff. Slide with the honors. Mostert on the return. Things going well so far. And that'll put them up across the 35-yard line as they begin the series.
At their own 37-yard line.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10.
70 Timberwolves.
Me.
Motion.
Working out of the gun, it's O'Connell. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped it incomplete on 1st down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Almost a very quick drive, but the drop pick gives him new life. This is 2nd down.
Cowboy 80. 18, Pioneer. Ready?
O'Connell looking to throw. That's caught. He found some space. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
It's a gain of 21 yards. And a Raider 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here we go, set. Rocco 80. Ready?
A give to Mostert out of the gun. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Brought down on the play by Tavondre Sweat.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
On the set.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go now. Hawk 70. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Take go.
Here's O'Connell to the air. And again, an interception is dropped. Looked a whole lot like the last play, didn't it, partner? And again, the turnover escapes him. It's going to be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
That was it.
and 7.
That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Okay,
They
break.
dropped their chance to get off the field. So let's see if this offense can make them pay. 3rd down.
Set. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Ready?
They'll throw. 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. Well, Brock, even with it being possibly the most popular route for teams to go to, sometimes you get it on the slants, you find yourself with a gap to turn it into much more, including what we just saw, 6 points.
All this time on task between you and I together, why do you think it's the most popular route?
Easy for the QB?
Yeah, I mean, short distance, easy for the QB, and it's also great versus man or zone. There really is not a defense that you can employ out there when you execute it right and you execute it on time, the big plays, and sometimes like this, touchdowns will follow.
That one splits the uprights. And the Raiders get it back to a 19-point deficit.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Turpin with a return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
On the return, the Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Titans to the line now. 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Pollard. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Pollard, the ball carrier. The tackle made at the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. shaky now. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on third down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
First down now, ball at the 33.
Here we go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
First play of the drive. Here's Mostert. And he spins right by him. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. So that's going to go as a pick of 36 yards. And that's a Vegas first down.
I love these inside runs. Don't get away from them. You never know. You think it's going to be a short little gain, and then boom, get the right blocking, a possessed running back, and you get some serious yards on the table.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35.
70 Lions. Yo.
First and 10. Here's O'Connell. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs. Trying to find his tight end. And it's going to be second down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
After the incompletion, still at that 31-yard line, second and 10.
Here we go. 70. Hey, what's the bell?
From the gun, O'Connell. Throwing this one back of the end zone. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone. Just can't finish the play.
QB took a chance right there, and he nearly paid dearly for it. You know, that's one of those situations, Kate, that if you're going to put the ball in harm's way, you got to make sure it's your guy or nobody's guy.
Avoided one crisis on the dropped pick. Now they're facing another, third and long.
19 Tiger. Check go.
To the air on third and long. And they're going to be set up with a first and goal here from the 7.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Offense in position now. It's first and goal.
Let's go. 60 Eagles. Hawk 70.
From the red zone now. That one's incomplete in the end zone.
As I watch practices today, Kate, of college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and leave teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win.
So after the incomplete pass, here comes second and goal.
Cougar 19. Go.
It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into third and goal.
Andre Diggs on the tackle. A loss of 2 on the play. It's third down and goal to go.
Bison.
Here he goes, third and long. Now setting up the screen to Mostert. And he's in. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders and shaving 6 off that lead. Raheem Mostert, the touchdown. Well, Brock, I think you and I both saw that one coming together from up here, and it became clear pretty quickly that if they got things going, that one could go the distance.
Yeah, the 6 points earned on any screen pass touchdown. I'd give half a point to the sell job of a quarterback, half a point to the effort of the running back, but 5 of those points to the big guys in front of them. They're the most important ones out there on that play, and in the best of times, they clear lane for a touchdown just like that one.
Carlson adds the extra point. And the Raiders shave some of the lead. It's down now to 12.
Raiders 23. Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it. First and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Caught by Washington, left side. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Third and 6 for them to figure out now. Third and long, they're going to throw. Plenty of points already, partner, as we have reached the 2-minute warning. More from Allegiant Stadium coming up.
On the jump.
6 yards to the line. The offense is going to go for this.
Here we go. Here we go. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
They're going for this. The call won't work out. That's incomplete. We're going to have a change of possession on the other side of our 2-minute warning.
Do you think maybe, just maybe, there's a chance of having too much confidence offensively? That's not a spot you want to see a team going for it on 4th down. And now puts their defense right on the hook to try and pick them up after that miscue on 4th.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
Shut up. 19. 19.
Throwing now on 1st down. O'Connell. Throwing to the back of the end zone. And he brings it in. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders making a one-score game before halftime. One play after their defense makes a stand, Brock. This offense says thank you very much and hits the end zone for 6.
That's really what you like to see, Kate. Both sides of the ball capable of making big plays and stacking that momentum with each other. And you really like to see the offense was prepared to get out there. That call dialed in and ready to go, ready to strike when the opportunity presented itself.
Here we go. Pete Carroll getting his offense set to try for 2.
The Raiders will line up for the 2-point conversion.
He's moving. He's moving.
Throwing is O'Connell. And the conversion is no good as that pass falls incomplete. Okay, Brock, dialing up another two-point call. And remember when your friends didn't have a voicemail? It would just ring and ring and ring. It's still ringing. Fall short again of reaching that end zone.
Yeah, this defense is not doing very good between the 20s or even in the red zone, but they do find a way to rise up. This is always my challenge with being super aggressive, is why give that defense something to feel good about coming off the field? Hope you put 6 on the board.
And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Tennessee to the line. First and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Pollard. Nearly starts the drive with a first down run. Stopped a yard short, gain of 9.
The cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Second and manageable. He's throwing. He just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
Okay, this is one of those situations where they've got the lead on the scoreboard, but not the momentum on the field. This is a big third down coming up. Got to seize back a little control and find a way to cut off the comeback.
Third down, Pollard. And what a play. They never gave him a shot to get that single yard. He's going to lose some yardage. Fourth down coming up.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
The only move this offense is making is toward the line, Brock. They're going for it, 4th and 3. They're going to try to throw for it. He connects downfield. At the 20. To the house for a Tennessee touchdown. The Titans grow their lead just before halftime. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Extra point is up and good from Slide. And the Titans bump the lead up to 13 points.
Raiders 29. Joey Slide to kick off for Tennessee.
All set for the kickoff. Slide with the honors. Mostert on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. On first down, O'Connell. This is brought in. Big gain for Lockett. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. It's a 29-yard gain. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
First and 10 at the
It sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
Here we go, set. 70 Lions.
To throw, here's O'Connell. Taking a chance to the end zone. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone. Just can't finish the play.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out, without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Thrown again on second down. O'Connell throwing this one back at the end zone. And he brings it in. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders make it a one-score game before halftime. And that, Brock, I know you're keeping track, but just in case our audience isn't, his fourth first-half passing touchdown. At the pace he's on, this would be a new record if he has a second half to match this one. O'Connell and the Raiders are going to go for two here.
The Raiders will line up for the two-point conversion.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And the two-point pass falls incomplete. They tried to get aggressive, but it doesn't work.
42. Raiders 35.
Wow, down by just a score. A lot of game to go, but look here. It's an onside try. And the Titans are able to cover up the kick. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. All right, I'm going to need your expertise here, Brock. You don't ever really call an onside kick there on a whim, do you? That had to be pre-planned, right?
Yeah, I think that was on the table well before they scored the touchdown, but here's the problem. That group on the other side, well, they were prepared. They were ready for it. And now, well, you've added a little bit of momentum to that side.
And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left.
Now, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. And this is going to be incomplete again. The defender knocks this one away. Brings up third down.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Cling to that lead and find a way to convert this third down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down.
Let's go. 72 to 1. Go.
Throw here. Third down. Getting out to his left. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he's down to almost... Oh, no. They're actually going to give him the 30 here. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment.
Joey Slide to kick off for Tennessee.
The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. O'Connell now. Look at that power, deep left side. Good coverage on that deep ball downfield. Slow knocked away. That's going to send it back to the line for second.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets two. It could have gone the other way.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Here's a give inside to Mostert. And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11.
Let's go now. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. Take off.
3rd and long for him here. Got a man, it's there. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him.
It's a gain of 16
Gets 16 yards on that play. And that's a Vegas first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Go! Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Hut, hut.
Staying between the tackles with Mostert. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
First down.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38.
Come on, set. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Off the play action, O'Connell. This is a heater going deep. That one falls incomplete, but our attention's still behind the line. He got cleaned after that throw and drew the instant flag. So the offense still moving forward as roughing the passer overrules that incomplete pass. Roughing the passer on that last play, and that's always going to lead to an automatic first down.
Check. Cougar 19. 60 by 6, 60 by 6. Check.
Here's a design run. And they're going to be humbled here on first down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
A couple yards to make up, Brock. Time to rediscover the magic on this drive. Here's 2nd and 12.
Here we go. 70 Lions. Ready.
O'Connell to throw it. He's got it near the 10. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
Ready, set.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. run with Mostert. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. Just 1 yard on first and goal. Still 4 yards to go on second.
Listen, everybody in the huddle on the sidelines sure want a little bit more from that run, but you didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot, and can't wait to see what they do here on second and goal.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's second and goal.
19, 18. Go.
O'Connell working from the pistol. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's when you chalk up to the pressure, earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Buckle up. It's third and goal.
Let's go. Ready.
They go play action. It's O'Connell. And it's incomplete on third and goal. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that brings up fourth and goal.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit. Kate, you get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
They'll leave the offense out there and try fourth and goal from the 4. He's back to throw. And he drops it. As costly a time as any to bobble the throw on fourth and goal. That's a turnover on downs.
Well, 99% of what they did was excellent. Right play call, good route, great throw. Just needed to make that catch. That's a situation you expect your guys to convert every time.
Let's go now. 19, sorry, go.
First and 10, it's Pollard. And he's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be second down.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is second and 10. Heineke back to throw. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
This is a tough spot to punt. Got to convert here on third down. They'll air it out on third. And the pressure gets home. He doesn't throw it in time. That's a safety.
What an incredibly well-timed blitz from the linebacker. He saw his opening, but the blockers clearly didn't see him. And you know who did see him? That quarterback, who not just saw him, but he felt him. He's picking himself up off the turf after that safety.
Joey Slide to kick off for Tennessee.
Always hurts to do this. They give up the safety and now have to kick it away. Pulled in at the 20. And they're able to drive him out as he reaches the 45.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. White gets this one on his own lead. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number one is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Went the wrong way on 1st down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12. Here's the backup. First throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
So 1st down from the 41. To throw is Pickett. On the comeback route. And the tackle quickly follows that catch as this one reaches the 23. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
18 Cardinal, 18.
Pickett working from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
Ready? Cougar 19. 16 down, 16 down.
Sticking in the air with Pickett. Holds in, again it's Bowers. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Nose of the football inside the 1. Here's 2nd and goal.
Let's go. My man, we got it. Nike 18. Go.
Out of the gun, Pickett. Into the hands of Tucker, complete. And they're going to keep him out once again. That sends him backwards, brings up 3rd and goal.
Well, even a drop would have been better than that, Franklin. Couldn't find a way back to the line of scrimmage, and it's a rare pass that actually loses yardage.
Now for back at the 7. Here's 3rd and goal.
Set. 19, Chuck Cougar 19. Trap 60, trap 60.
Pickett to throw. And he scores. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders take a 3rd quarter lead. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Carlson to tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders take a slim 2-point lead. Well, we're going to pause here, and for good reason. One of the Raiders was injured on that play and is being tended to. he won't opt to bring this one out. He's content to keep it there in the end zone. They'll start their drive at the 35.
35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it. 1st and 10. Throwing now off the play action. Finds a seam down the middle. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48.
A gain of 17
That play good for
yards.
17 on a 1st down.
Good.
One play in, Brock, and his drive is already in enemy territory.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Back to throw. Here's Heineke. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Intended for Gunnar Hill.
Trying to find Gunnar Helm with that throw. So 2nd down coming
It's now
up.
2nd and 10.
This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
Intended for
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and out 3rd down.
Let's go now. 70-10 the Wolf.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Complete out to the right side. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Couldn't find a completion on 1st down. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it's 2nd down coming up. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Blitz is there, and he goes down. And this defense going to try to hang on to that momentum, Brock, as they go for another stop on 3rd down.
1-yard loss on the play. And it's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
Let's go. Viking 18.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Completed over the middle. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
On 4th down and 5, the offense staying out there. Looking to throw. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
On the set.
Raiders just about ready for this one. It's 1st and 10.
Set. Viking 18. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
Now, first carry here for Ashton Genty. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Tag! 18 Cardinal. Ready.
Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. Again, he's taken down right at the line. Same guy, same call, same result. And now it's 3rd down.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
Still 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line. 3rd down. Here's Pickett. It's complete. This is Bowers. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
On 1st down, here's Pickett. Complete here to Bowers. He's all the way across midfield, down the inside that 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 26. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st down.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
First down from the 42. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he won't get beyond the line of scrimmage. Good work by the defense. 2nd down coming up.
You know, it's pretty clear just watching this unfold. They want to find a way to get this player in space where he's most dangerous. Defenders made sure they kept him contained and limited what came off on that one.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Pistol snap to Pickett. He just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. So first time we've seen one of his passes hit the ground this game, Brock. He had been perfect before that one.
Well, we hear it and we know it, right? The team that makes fewer mistakes in this league typically wins the game. Yeah, that was what would you call a first mistake throwing the ball, and they still got the lead thanks to earlier efforts.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Throw here, 3rd down. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Titans will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season.
The best defenses, you can go look at it through the decades, are built from the inside out. And that's not just stopping the run on the inside out. That's playing recovered from the inside out. That time, beautiful job by the defense of taking away the middle of the field, getting that interception, and setting their offense up for success.
1st down now, ball at the 33.
Let's go.
They're on the counter to Pollard. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Well, no springing a big play on that one. It's just going to simply be used as a setup play. Whether that's another run or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter action.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. On the give, this is Pollard. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
They send the tight end in motion left. Trying the inside handoff to Pollard. He stopped just before he can move those chains. That brings up 4th and short.
Hemingway on the stop. A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
From their own side, they're going to go for this. They need about 2. Looking to throw. Up on Washington, left side. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. They only needed a couple, and that's exactly what they got, Brock. Not the most impressive game, but it's a big one all the same. That gets them a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
First and 10 from the 43. Spears trying this straight ahead. And he's brought down after a solid gain on what's going to be the final play of the quarter. 3 quarters in the books from this one. It's Titans ball, and they could use a score. They come into the 4th trailing. First down run gets them 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. They run once more to Spears. He's going to be held up after gaining 2, so a little shy of that marker. 3rd down coming up.
He's across midfield to the 48-yard line. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. They're going to stay on the ground with Spears. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That's one as a running back in this league, you got to convert every time. Teams really don't care. If you're a Hall of Famer or an undrafted rookie, you can't get 1 yard for a first. They're going to start holding auditions for someone who can.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Now a give on the counter. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
A humble 5-6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain. Not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
They give on 2nd to Pollard. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? It did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. They'll throw 3rd and long. Pushes it towards his running back, but it's going to wind up incomplete. That brings up 4th down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Down a score. They're going to go for this on 4th down.
Here we go, set. 19, Tiger, 19.
Desperation time here. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Drive starts with a carry by White. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
He was brought down at the 40.
There's a play we could call garden variety in the NFL. I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Let's go. Bronco 80.
Again, this is White. Rolling into enemy territory. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. Getting an 18-yard pickup there. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
New set of downs from 37. There's a toss to White. Breaks the tackle. He's still going. And this one's going to move him all the way down to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st down.
Oh, that vision he has when he gets into space like a chess master. Seeing multiple moves ahead of time. He knows who's going to attack and at what angles, and he maneuvers his way through before someone could finally get to him.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for White. He will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
You know he'll never shy away from embracing contact on the play right up the gut. Come on. You know getting that toss in the open field is so much more fun. And on that play, well, certainly more exciting for all of us to watch, too.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. Design quarterback run here. he's going to be taken down as this defense shows some backbone. Great stand to get him at the 2.
QB runs can be some of the most difficult plays for these defenses, but not for the defense right there. Did their homework, and they get an A+ for how they defended that play.
Going power with the big tight end. And the defense wins this rep. That's sucked at the line, and now they've got 3rd and goal.
That's what I call a go-for-broke call right there. Had that one saved up for a specific spot, and it fell just short of getting them the touchdown.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. They're going to run it with Genti. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. Just 1 yard, and the goal line stand continues. That brings up 4th and goal.
Well, these are the moments that I just live for up in the booth, man. What are you going to do as a play caller? You're going to go for it now? You're going to try to slam it in? Well, if so, you better get a whole lot more movement than he did right there.
All right, get that popcorn ready. It's 4th and goal late.
Ready.
They'll throw for it. He's going to score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders push this to an 8-point game. And that is his 4th touchdown reception of the game. And if you wonder how rare that is, only a couple of active players have ever achieved it in their careers, and it's been done less than 50 times in league history. Point after try upcoming to make this a 2-score game here in the 4th. Good on the extra point attempt. And the Raiders push the lead to 2 scores now.
51, Titans 42. Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket. Genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Back now, pressure coming. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be blocked out at the 42.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree case that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Here's Heineke. Defender is there. He knocks it away, and that's going to force 4th down.
That is not easy to do. That down and distance, everything is open to the offense. It takes great discipline defensively and the ability to go knock it away and get off the field.
Down in the 4th, offense staying out there for this. trying to throw for it. Got TK, complete. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. They stun this defense. They pick up 14 on fourth, and they pick up the first down, too.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Set. Panther 60. Panther 60. Go.
Heineke now. Got Washington. It's complete. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Second down now. They need 7. Now Heineke to throw. That one's complete. Right side. And he gets down to the 24 before he stops. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Coming to the line for another first and 10. Still sticking with the passing game. Escapes the pocket. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
I think more than ever, QBs today are so good at doing this, Kate, buying himself enough time and actually finding a target downfield. Just this time, he couldn't quite make that connection.
From the 24 once again, it's second and 10. Now they're going to throw out of the gun. Has a man downfield. This is Washington. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
14 yards.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its
First
heels.
and goal at the 10-yard line.
4 downs to get this across. Here's first and goal. The middle, here goes Pollard. And he's able to fight this down to the 2. It's a gain of 7, and that brings up second and goal.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Ball at the 2 here for second and goal. Throwing now, Heineke. Almost had 6, but can't find it in the end zone. Incomplete.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate? OTB. Over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for third and goal. Here is Pollard. And the run will not work. He is soft at the line. This is going to be 4th and short.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
Field goal doesn't move that needle. They're going for the touchdown. It's 4th and goal.
Let's go now.
4th down, pass coming. And he has the Tennessee touchdown. The Titans have cut it to a 3-point game here in the 4th. Man, Brock, that defense held up 3 straight plays. They just couldn't come up with the one final stop they needed to get off the field.
And how about this offense? Courage of the offense to run it back for one more snap and make the adjustments on 4th and goal to finally punch it in. Quite the mini little chess match we just saw play out over those last 4 plays.
Sly gets the extra point to go. And the Titans cut the lead down to just 2.
51. Titans 49.
We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. Returning it from the 4. They get to him before it can amount to much, just beyond that 15-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense is set. 1st and 10. Starting on the ground, here's White. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
His goal's pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you could come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
Headed in reverse so far. Time to shift into drive. Here's 2nd and 14. Pickett working from the gun. And the Titans rush is going to win this round. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way. That's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
And that one's going to back the offense up just a bit here. And will set them halfway back toward their own goal line. Following the false start penalty, here's 3rd down and longer. From his end zone, 3rd and long. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Las Vegas sends out the punt team. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. Not much room, and he doesn't get a lot of leg behind it. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They've got 1st down here from the 36. Now it's Pollard. And this is going to get him into the red zone. He's at the 18-yard line. A pickup of 17. And that's good for a Tennessee 1st down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
They send the tight end in motion. Heineke. Short pass brought in. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here.
60 Eagles, 60
to throw it. This one falls incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they're sharing it 4th and long.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
Now we get a timeout taken by the Titans. That's their first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Down a score. They're going to go for this on 4th down.
Here we go, here we go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 72. Bang, 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 bang. Go.
He'll throw it. And they don't get the catch they need there. The hand was forced, Brock. They had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
These 4th down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
First down throw from Pickett. Here comes the pressure, and he's going to be dropped by the Titans. Offense to the line fast.
A loss of 11. It's 2nd and 21 at the 5-yard line.
And they're going to spike this one. No, wait, no, they're not spiking it. They're going to throw. And that one falls incomplete. An unexpected call, but it does not get the better of them defensively.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this 3rd down is unsuccessful.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Cowboy 80. 70 Lion.
Looking to throw. Wow, wide open here, complete. And he's going to get him all the way up near that 30-yard line, Brock. Knocked down a step or 2 shy of it. Getting 24 yards on that one. And that's a Vegas first down.
10 at the 29-yard line.
Ready? Cowboy 80. Hawk 7, Hawk 70. Go check, go check.
To throw is Pickett. And the Titans rush is going to win this round. And that is 5 sacks for this defense in this game as their latest brings up 2nd down.
All right, up to the point of the game, Kate. Now, we got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long, and on this drive, yet again, find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get the ball out of his hands.
Out of the gun, Pickett. He puts some air under it, deep down the left. Looked well downfield for that one. All he found was a waiting defender to knock it away. 3rd down coming up.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that's just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Rolling out to his left. Well, he laid out for it, but the throw just a little bit too off the mark. So 4th down coming up.
That's what I call complementary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
The Raiders bringing out the punting unit.
For the Raiders.
It'll be A.J. Cole doing the honors. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. They're going play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Vegas. Titans needing a couple. After the sack could really use a big play here on 2nd down. It's 2nd and 15. Out of the shotgun, it's Ward. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Really had to find a way to get that short completion because now you're staring at 3rd and extra long, and that's a place no QB in this league wants to be.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Come on.
Now to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And that nice catch not going to translate into a new set of downs just yet. The stop is made in time to make it 4th and short.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
Ready up.
Down a score. They're going to go for this on 4th down.
Let's go.
Desperation time here. And that's going to wind up incomplete as that gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
You go for it on 4th down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them the possession.
1st and 10. It's a gift to White. And they get him for a loss. That's a big one, Brock. It might see them burn a timeout.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Gave away a couple on the 1st down run. Now it's going to be 2nd and 12.
Let's go.
They're going to pass it here. Well, still throwing, and this is intercepted. That's Justin Simmons. And the Titans are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
I'm not going to lie. When he dropped back to pass, I was surprised they were willing to put it in the air. But how about this defense? They weren't surprised, and now they give their offense a chance to go win it.
Okay, ready?
Titans to the line now. 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Ready?
Here he is to throw. Could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Picked off by Darian Porter. And the Raiders make the play that should win them this game.
Must be paying these guys a day rate, not the hourly rate, because it took them just one play to answer interception for interception. We're right back, basically, to where we were 2 snaps ago, but with a whole lot of excitement in between.
They've got 1st down here from the 36. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground. This one misses the tight end. And now it's 2nd down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover it.
Ooh, this one does not have a chance. They were ready for that one, and the effort brings up fourth down.
No gain on the play. It's fourth down.
So put this in the win column for the Raiders. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths, because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? Or both?
All of us.
Yeah,
all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now, and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player, and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.
So for Brock Heward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders winners as we bid you farewell from Las Vegas.